Hello, everyone. Another video. Some continue the information and status correction. Um, I wanted to share something. Let me see. So Minnesota Rule 220. See if I can find my PDF on it. Let's see. So here. No. Mm, where is it? Okay, so I can't find it, but let's just use this one right here. Okay, Minnesota Rule 220 is a rule that allows a person to prove identity by proving sworn testimony from two witnesses. The rule can be used to register an official birth certificate with the Register of Titles, which can affect the legal status of the person as a registered owner of a property. The rule is an administrative rule of the territorial state of Minnesota, not state of Minnesota. Well, now, Minnesota 220 rule. I hope everyone that sees this video understands that your birth certificate is it's a title. I'm going to play a short video um, about the difference between title, like a property title, and a deed. Okay. Now, once we understand the difference of a title and a deed, when we can understand that the birth certificate is in the register in your county where you were born or where you were naturalized, right? It is in the same area, in the same register of the land records, like property, right? Where their records, property is recorded. Okay. They're held there, right? So based on that, I'm going to play 4 minutes for you guys so you understand. So when you see this video, it's a short video about the difference between title and deed. And now that you understand that your birth certificate or certificate of naturalization, it is registering, like a title of a deed, of land or, whatever house, then you're going to understand the importance of getting that statement converted it into, in my last video, I didn't explain very much about the Minnesota 220 and to take that statement and make it as an affidavit. That's what it says. I wanted to pull up on the website the PDF where it says uh, it is you have to make it into an affidavit, and it tells you right there, how to do it, really, what to include in the affidavit. I wanted to pull that up, but I'm telling you, I'm just not very savvy when it comes to computers and stuff like that. So for now, I'm going to just play you this video and think about, your birth certificate as a property, right? Let's just listen to this.
You get something called a bill of sale. Now, you don't call it a bill of sale. Most people don't call it a bill of sale. But in the eyes of the law of the tech day, and I'm hearing that as I talk to people, apparently I'm old-fashioned. I say sales slip. Most of you, I think, a more common phrase is receipt. It's the same. It's a bill of sale. It's proof that you bought it. You want to think about it that way. Now, for some things, like a car or a boat, or if I was to use my Boston accent, cat, or a cat, you might actually get a title. And this piece of paper, a title is actually on paper for a car or a boat. And, you get it from the Registry of Motor Vehicles. And it says that you actually own the car or the boat. Now, from what I remember, if you have a lien on your car because you have a car loan, the title will actually be held by the lender. But if your car is paid for, then you actually eventually get a title in the mail from the Registry of Motor Vehicles, and it is a piece of paper. Now, this is only for, as we said, some pieces of personal expenses. You don't get a bill of sale; you get a thing called a deed. But these are effectively the same thing. They're proof of purchase, or for the written title for the exam, they're the written intent to transfer ownership. Might want to write that down. The deed is the written intent to transfer ownership. And of course, since it's written, it's on paper. And that's what your deed is. It's the sales slip or the receipt for your real estate transaction. If you wanted to call the registry of deed registry of real estate sales slips, it'd be the same thing, right? Exact same thing. Now, title for real estate is title is an abstract concept, and it's not something that you can hold in your hand like a piece of paper. Sorry, sound effect. Title is an abstract concept. My friend Christy gave me the best definition ever. She called it of ownership. Title is the hit of ownership. Now you might get a report that says the abstract of title or something like that, but you don't actually get a piece of paper that at the top says the title. No, just something that you hold in your head around that. But because it's not written down as a thing, the only thing that you have written down on paper that says you for ownership.
All right, let's stop it right there. Oh dear. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. Let me turn this off. My computer is just like not working. It's just freezing up. So this thing, it's my computer is freeze mode. Oh, here it is. Okay. So in my system, let me see. Okay, so here's the now, did you understand what the guy said? The difference between title and deed? Very important because the Minnesota, oh dear, the Rule 220 about birth certificates. Let's read this because the other one didn't have that. The register of title, okay, title, there it is, title, is authorized to receive for registration of the memorials upon any outstanding certificate of title, an official birth certificate pertaining to a registered owner name and said certificate of title showing the date of birth of say registered owner. That's why you want to authenticate your birth certificate. Providing there is an attachment to say birth certificate, okay? So it's providing there is an attached to say birth certificate, an affidavit who states that he or she is familiar with the facts recited, standing that the party name in said birth certificate, it is the same party as the one of the owner's name in said certificate of title. And thereafter, the registrar of title shall treat said registered owner as having attained the age of the majority at a date of 18 years after the date of birth shown by said certificate. Okay, so what I'm trying to say about the video, and I didn't really explain it real well, that I want to explain here. You want to take this Rule 220 and you want to make it as an affidavit saying pretty much what is right here. It doesn't have to be long. You can make it as elaborate as you want, but basically saying what it's saying here. You want to notarize it and you want to authenticate it. You can pretty much authenticate nothing but authenticate things. It has to have an authorization. So when you do that and you do it with the Secretary of State, I have been learning in the past year that the way you really discharge things and become free is through trust law. And I will be kind of putting some other videos out there of the importance of trust, specifically three kinds of trust. So this Minnesota Rule 220, you want to put it in under trust, in the trust or under trust. I don't know how that, I think it's under, but in the trust, under trust. And so along with the authenticated birth certificate or authenticated um, naturalization certificate. And if you don't have a naturalization certificate, you can authenticate your green card, and you can authenticate your green card, okay, and put it on there. Because in a domestic trust, it is like your person, your domestic things, right? And then the other two trusts that you're going to establish and create, it's going to be for different purposes. Okay. So I just want to bring you attention to this because they tell you about, before when I started all this, yeah, Minnesota Rule 220, what is it and what do I do with it? Now I understand that we need to authenticate it, okay, and put it under trust. That way you're in a sense changing your status. Not in a sense, actually, it's changing your status. There's other steps to changing your status, but this is one step. And then later on for discharge, you want your trust to work for you. You want the trust to be forefront in all your discharging that you want to do. There's no skipping of the discharge in a sense. You want to skip sometimes the work, right? Of sending out the conditional acceptance or the cease and desist process, the coupon process, all these processes that has to do with uh, with with your discharge, with your contracts, and they're not really contracts, but you think, and people are just harassing you because they're on the fraud, but they take it seriously. They take it like it's you, and we understand that. So we have to be smarter. I will upload another video, hopefully soon. I'm just very busy, and I haven't been feeling really well. I have a cold right now, so on how these things work. And I didn't know this 2 years ago. I didn't know all this. Even a year ago, I didn't know all this. So it's a process to learn all these things. And now that I know everything, I might say things that, you know, I make a mistake. Maybe they're not as clear as of right now for me. But that doesn't mean they're wrong. Or it could be wrong. But I'm just trying to I am trying to share with you what as the knowledge come to myself, because I was in the same position a couple of years ago with all this information. What do I do with it? That's the important thing. What do I do with it? But sometimes we want to skip the knowledge. We want to go to the remedy, right? And I used to be like that. I used to go, I need to get rid of all this debt, right? And I want to skip all the knowledge. No, it's a mistake to think like that. It's a mistake to think that let's skip all the knowledge and just go for the remedy. Because you're not really, if you don't know it, you don't really know what you're doing. And it could be very, I wouldn't say dangerous, but it could be get you in trouble. And we don't want that. We want to be safe. We want to do things within our capacity. And that's what I'm trying to do in my channel, to bypass all the errors and all the things that I have made in the past. And most of us do. Not everybody does it. Everybody just, I know some people, they know these things and they have acquired a lot of knowledge. but they haven't really put it in practice. And that's kind of smart in a way because you want the knowledge. And when you're ready to act, you have pretty much not everything, but you have things clear. Um, so I think that's smart, but it comes in a time when you want to implement what you know and start working on it. I understand that too. So this thing about the Minnesota 220, I didn't know. I did not know what to do with it. Now I know. And I'm sharing this information. I am putting a lot of files into my Google Drive, and I'm offering a subscription to the Google Drive. I'm working right now on several things to put there concerning the Rule 220 and stuff like trust and everything like that. So subscribe to my Google Drive, and I have a lot of files there, and you can cancel anytime. It's not like forever. So thank you so much, and I hope this clears her up a little bit. You know what to do with this information, and I thank you. Did I went off my? No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I had. Turn off the recording, but I didn't. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.